Hi there, football fans, and welcome to Transfermarkt TV International. My name is Trevor Evans, bringing you the latest news, rumours, and football statistics from across the world. We're going to get started with some bad news for Liverpool fans, I'm afraid, and it's news that they could have done without. Joe Gomez has been injured on international duty with England, in training of all places, and he's adding to the list of problems at Liverpool in the centre-back position. He joins Van Dijk, he joins Matip, he joins Fabinho on the injured list. Liverpool's title defence season is being picked apart, one defender at a time. They had a solid defence last season, and they've already conceded a substantial amount of goals, which is very high compared to last season. In reserve, they have Phillips, and they have youth Van der Berg, who are not quite up to the grade. So what are their options? And with the transfer window closed, they're really restricted, and free agents such as Garay is at the top of the list. He's very experienced, he's played in the Champions League, international level, he knows what he's doing, but is he going to be able to slot in at Liverpool and help the team at this level? And this is all we have remaining, I'm afraid. So there's a familiar face there with Simunovic from Celtic, but the rest are relatively unknowns. And they're not going to be tried and tested or up to what Klopp's going to be wanting from his centre-back to defend the title this season. So that leads us nicely into the January transfer window. Do they want a long-term replacement with the likes of Kabak, who they've been linked with from Schalke throughout the course of the summer? They also have Skriniar from Inter Milan. Again, he's not going to come cheap. And with Van Dijk and Gomez injured, not necessarily dead, then they will not be looking for too much of an expensive long-term replacement, perhaps. And the third on the list is Koulibaly. Long linked with a move to the Premier League. He's been very, very influential at Napoli. Again, not a cheap option and something Liverpool might be deterred from doing if they get Gomez, Van Dijk, Matip, etc. fit in due course of the season. So it's quite the situation Liverpool find themselves in. Last season, you could pretty much predict what the starting 11 was going to be, especially the back four. But now put yourself in Klopp's shoes. What do you recommend? Should be using the existing players he has, Milner into centre-back perhaps, or relying on the youth? Does he go for one of those free transfers? Not much to really choose from there. Or does he wait for the January transfer window and buy big? Well, if any of you are sitting at home saying Mariappa should be the one that he's signing, news. He's going to Bristol City. He's going to be playing in the Championship next season, and he's not going to be able to help Liverpool out. Former Watford man is signed on a 3-year deal, and he's going to be making some big waves in the Championship, I am sure. That takes us swiftly into the rumour mill, and we spoke about him a couple of weeks ago, and Szoboszlai may be lined up for another direction. We spoke about Arsenal, but RB Leipzig have joined the bill, and with it being connected to Salzburg, they are innovators in the world of football, Red Bull's club network. It's a next level feeder club scenario. Other clubs want it, and Red Bull have been very successful in this space. Liefering, which interestingly translates to delivery in English from German, has been feeding Salzburg, and over the course of time there's been up to 18 players, with Szoboszlai being the 18th player in line, to have made this move. So it doesn't really get too interesting until we get to the current goalkeeper of Péter Gulácsi, the Hungarian international, of course, who started over at Liverpool and made his way over. Liverpool connection coming thick and fast with Naby Keita as well. Up to Diego Upamecano in the current Leipzig team and linked with some big moves. Lima, Haidara, Wolf and Hwang, most recently of course this summer. And up next, Szoboszlai is being tipped to make that move. And another player who could be on his way to the Bundesliga is 28-year-old Germany World Cup winner, centre-back Mustafi from Arsenal. He joined Arsenal from Valencia for €42 million in 2016, and he's a former HSV youth player, interestingly for us. So far this season, he's only played 44 minutes in the Premier League. Frankfurt are interested in taking him, but would a fee be involved, and can they match his Arsenal salary? This would be his fourth top club in the top leagues, having previously played for Sampdoria in Serie A, and of course, as I mentioned a second ago, Valencia in La Liga. And ESPN are reporting that 35-year-old superstar Cristiano Ronaldo could be on his way back to Manchester United. That's where he established himself under Sir Alex Ferguson with 292 games. He got 118 goals and 69 assists after a relatively slow start. He left for Real Madrid in 2009 for 94 million euros, and he's not showing any sign of slowing down, scoring regularly for Juventus and most recently Portugal on the weekend, of course. He's winning titles and closing in on more records. But would he be attracted by the prospect of playing for an Old Trafford side at the moment? Or is Paris Saint-Germain, and he's nearly certain going to be scoring goals and getting silverware there, be more attractive? Let us know your thoughts below. Should Ronaldo go back to United, or would he be better suited elsewhere? And another mention of Manchester United, but this time old news, but with renewed intent perhaps, is Jack Grealish could be on his way to Manchester United. He's established himself as one of the best players in the Premier League this season, as he commands the game and makes things happen. The 25-year-old recent England international has a current market value of 45 million euros, and this season he scored 4 and assisted 5 in 7 Premier League games. Man United have a lot of players in that position though, but perhaps a different style's required, maybe his attitude as well. I wish he'd pull his socks up though. It kind of annoys me when I watch him play. And an exciting prospect over in Brazil, 20-year-old Brazilian striker Brenner has scored 17 goals in 26 games so far this season. There are a host of clubs interested in him, but his £45 million release clause may be an obstacle there. Arsenal, Juventus, Lazio, AC Milan, Paris Saint-Germain and Ajax, some big names in there, are being linked with him. Arsenal already have one quality Brazilian youth striker in their ranks with Gabriel Martinelli, but perhaps Brenner will be an addition to that complement. From the young to the old and experienced striker Mario Mandzukic, the 34-year-old Croatian striker could be returning to La Liga with Celta Vigo. He's been biding his time, and there was a lot of English Premier League interest, even in the Championship, I believe. He spent 6 months in Qatar after leaving Juventus in January. In his career, he's been quite successful. He's played nearly 500 games, scoring 197 and assisting 84. He could still do a job and brings plenty of big club experience with him. Now over to what we do best, market value update. And we're focusing on some free transfers, free agents, and how their value's been impacted. You can probably guess it's gone down a wee bit, right? No game time, no value. So we're going to take a look at 3 big names currently still free agents and see how their market value has been reflected. Starting with Alexander-Arnold. He's been linked with a host of clubs, including Birmingham City in the Championship, and his value has decreased by 1.3 million euros. And another Brazilian, Rafael, the former Borussia Mönchengladbach attacker, has seen his value drop by 500,000 euros with a recent decline down to 0.7 million euros. And the man on the cusp of maybe joining a new club, with Rangers very, very close to signing the man, Jack Wilshere, has dropped by 800,000 euros down to 4 million euros. He's still young, he can still do it, but will he stay injury-free? Hopefully so. Now, one of the fun things about working in this industry is finding interesting little snippets of information, such as the number of penalties and who's missed the most. So we're going to take a quick look. This season, there's been a huge surge in the number of penalties awarded, but there's also been an increase in the number of penalties missed. So, whilst you're all feeling insecure and you're worried about taking penalties, this is a big list of players to have missed. Antonio Di Natale missed 15 out of 58 penalties. Zlatan Ibrahimovic, he's human after all, he has missed 16 out of his 92. He's still going, maybe he'll miss some more. Then Francesco Totti, the Italian legend, missed 19 out of 99. 80% conversion rate there. Cristiano Ronaldo, he's missed 27 out of 162. And even Messi, God, has missed penalties. 27 out of 126. So, next time you're lining up a penalty and you miss it, don't beat yourself up too much. Even these guys miss penalties on the grand stage. That's all we have for you this week, guys, but let us know your thoughts. Ronaldo to Manchester United, or is he better suited somewhere else? Or who should Liverpool be signing at centre-back? Bit of a crisis going on there. Let's give Klopp a helping hand. So, until next week, take it easy, have a good weekend, and enjoy the international football. Bye-bye.